Hello guys and welcome to today's update deep dive based on the video from Studio 397 or Motorsport Games, where Mr. Houdini has brought us all the updates that are coming with version 1.3 of Le Mans Ultimate to the game a little bit closer. And I want to pick up on a few things, not going too deep into everything, partly because I'm too stupid to understand it, or like not my basic type of knowledge. Secondly, also because I do not see them as that big of a quality improvement or that big of improvement for me personally. But anyway, let's have a look. Before we dive into the updates though, take a pen, take a paper, note down all those updates and let me know what is your favorite update, what is your most valuable update out of the version 1.3 updates that are dropping on Le Mans Ultimate. Let me know down in the comments area below. So, firstly we're going to talk obviously about the content, the final LMP3 car and the Barcelona racetrack coming to Le Mans Ultimate with the version 1.3. I don't go too deeply into those because we are surely going to have a dedicated video stream as soon as they are out. So we skip them for later. The next interesting update part was the addition of layouts. So Silverstone now features international, national and the GP style pit lane, or the GP style track layout where start and finish straight is where Formula 1 is having their start and finish straight. That is an interesting update. I'm not too sure how much we would enjoy racing international or national track layouts. In my mind that means like it's a 40-ish second track or lap time at all the time, and you know 38 cars on that little bit bunch of tarmac is going to be pretty racy and intense all the time. So let's see how that goes. And also Paul Ricard features 4 more track layouts. I don't want to name them because like out of the 130 whatever thousand million possibilities, I already forgot how they are looking anyway. So we're gonna see them out in Le Mans Ultimate shortly. However, and I think looking at all those updates that are coming, the most important ones for me is the force feedback and the occlusion update. So cars that we do not see are not getting rendered, therefore boosting the performance. So that is very interesting. But first, on the true force and haptic feedback. So there's new channels with vibro tactile parts of the force feedback that are now going to be supported naturally from Le Mans Ultimate. So that will enable Logitech True Force users to utilize those signals coming from the game. But it also will mean that any other player whose wheelbase is certainly able to work with those signals. So, you know, I think Simracing, Fanatec's, and you know all the well-known wheelbases will feature new input signals coming directly from the game, coming directly from the telemetry. So here I really do hope that this will boost me, this will help me to feel more of those new hypercar tires that I'm still having a struggle with. I really hope that this will improve that situation on that end. And then of course the no rendering of cars that we can't see. So cars that are being stored in the pit garage, or cars that are not within our vision, either being caught by the virtual mirror or obviously what we see from the windscreen, shall not be rendered. Therefore, I think all that kind of stuttering issues and that frame drop issues that we see in, I think mainly Le Mans and Spa on the 62 car garage configuration, I hope that this will be gone from the update day onwards. Let's see whether that is the case. I really hope it is, because you know I'm already running a high-end gaming machine but I don't even get my 144 FPS static for my screen. So I don't even want to imagine how this looks on people that are running a less high-end spec computer in the first place. Interesting in that topic that he has mentioned it has been coming from development with console. And I think here we really do see the limitation of console, and also why I consider a console not really being anything ready for a simulation type of thing, because the hardware that has been put into a console, to my standards, are much, much below the hardware that a computer can do, that a GPU can do, that the RAM can do. This is all more, you know, trimmed down, slimmed down into a platform where all the kind of games need to adapt. However, the positive side of it, if we find ways to reduce the power or the resources from those hardware machines, we can now translate them into the base game of Le Mans Ultimate, which is a great thing, I think. So let's see what else kind of improvements we may find from Studio 397 or Motorsport Games trying to get Le Mans Ultimate ready for consoles. I have added a couple of more noteworthy things, such as Imola, Spa and Portimao now supporting the 44-car grid configuration. We have improved loading times, nothing that would have bugged me in the first place. We have now Korean language. Sadly, I don't speak Korean, so that is no update for me. That said, obviously, I don't want to say it's a bad update. It's great for the people getting their native language being in display. Redefining live steward systems. That is an interesting one. So I think what they've done, if they've just received a couple of replay files from everyone and being like, I got accused of intentional wrecking, but this wasn't intentional wrecking. Look at my steering inputs. I wasn't in control of the car. Stuff like that. So I think what they've just done is they kept practicing, kept training the AI, and now releasing an update to the way this AI is judging things. Liking the video so far and the insights into my thoughts? Then please show this with a thumbs up, subscribe on the YouTube channel, ring the bell for more videos. 44-car grid endurance team races are out of testing. Yeah, in all honesty, whether we would have done test races or real races, I don't think there is a single difference for players out there. I'm not sure if anything will change on the rating. I don't think anything will change on the participation or on the relevance of the race. So, you know, this is just like a tick box that's noted to me. And then, last but not least, one final thing that struck my attention a little bit was that broadcast overlay being refined and retuned, featuring 2025 layouts, new functionalities. That is something I need to basically dive into as a streamer, especially with that third-party thing that keeps crashing all the time on my computer. I need to find a way to like access standings, get out the standings to the streamers and to the viewers and so on. So that will be an interesting tool to look at. Maybe there is some change coming towards my streaming layout. Let's see about that. And then there was one more thing. Let me quickly see. FFB, we talked about that. New telemetry parameters. Here's the thing. I've been using on Le Mans Ultimate and even more so on rFactor 2 Motec for like a decade now. We do have that shared memory plugin, which, to be honest, offers great features, but at the same time is a big pain in the, you know what's coming, regarding performance, game file integrity. I mean, it doesn't make the game files corrupt, but you know, the communication it's just so outdated, and it causes all sorts of issues. There were, I don't know, input lags, join lags. Over the years, we've seen so many issues around this tool, and as far as I understand, you know, Le Mans Ultimate bringing out their own type of telemetry already. Now adding more features, more parameters, more variables to that. even more than they are actually accessible from the existing shared memory plugin. Which to me means, basically, what Le Mans Ultimate is doing, or what Motorsport Games is doing, they basically put their own shared memory plugin within the game, squawking whatever telemetry they want people to access at. And I do hope, and I obviously do, well, I would push these companies forwards, such as SimHub, such as my partner, lovely Simracing dashboards, to fetch on the in-game telemetry outputs in order to feed onto the steering wheels and stuff. We saw clips of Dan Suzuki's steering wheel being illuminated and the dashboard showing things. That comes from the in-game Le Mans Ultimate direct telemetry output. I don't think that comes, maybe it needs SimHub to utilize that, but I don't think it comes from an old-fashioned shared memory plugin. So that is an interesting one to look out for, especially with those new parameters on the telemetry, making that DuckDB files a little bit more valuable, because they now probably will give us information about battery level, virtual energy consumption. You will now be able to make your racing even more efficient. All those variables, they have been missing in the shared memory plugin as we know it, that is currently being used for the Motec DMP plugin. So we will probably see a change there in the short to mid-term future, which is going to be interesting. What is my resume? What is my ending on these updates? Personally, I'm looking forwards into the future. Maybe a little bit on that career mode, but even more so on the content side. What kind of content could be coming up for Le Mans Ultimate? What kind of cars? What kind of tracks? Do we maybe see something like IMSA content in the future, or Asian LMS content? That would be amazing. And also, feel free to let me know down in the comments area below, what is the content-wise features or the content-wise additions that you would love to see. Let me know down in the comments, we'll pick up on that. And then, of course, also, it isn't that big of an update to me. There is a little bit, you know, we did not talk about the UI, but this is just, you see how little that takes out of my intention as being like, tomorrow I open, or not tomorrow, but like whenever the update drops, I open Le Mans Ultimate and be like, what's new? What is new to explore? What's the new feature? What's the new button? What is a new thing that I can now play with? And I think apart from an LMP3 car and the Barcelona racetrack and a couple of layouts that physically have already existed, there is not too much of it. So it's a bit of a polishing, a bit of a shiny, a little bit of glitter to me. And on that note, I would also appreciate your opinion. Is that a huge update for you? Do you expect like this being a huge game changer for you? Or are you more like, nah, it's nice to have, but like, bring on the real stuff? It is interesting for sure. Let me know about this in the comments below. And, well, we take it from there, I guess. Till then, guys, thank you so much for watching. And, of course, if you have appreciated this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. Ring the bell for more deep dives into Le Mans Ultimate updates and more sim racing videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.